Okay, we have an early Verbank, DCE,
And a pass.
and a
That's
pass.
not so great. The reason why you play the other Clink is because it has 3 retreat, so it's heavy ballable, and which is super relevant. You can play 4 heavy ball and Klinklang. Makes it easier to get Klinklang out than Blastoise. But here we don't see that. We see the 2 energy Clink. He attaches blend energy, provides
And
fighting electric water.
He may be playing the level ball, Ultra Ball engine.
Okay.
We'll have to see. He passes. This is
Oh,
okay.
oh,
We
well,
have
that was fast.
our second turn donk this game. Elliot's really excited. Look
Well,
at that. He
so-
had nothing else. So
Well, we get to go. Is the Masters ready?
all right. So Masters are still setting up,
Okay.
and we're gonna go over to the junior table now.
Yep, that was fast. That is Pokemon for you.
And that's the one downfall playing stage 2 decks. Their starters are 60 HP.
What? Okay.
So the 60 HP starters are easy to donk. Okay, now we have the junior feature match is Frank LaSalle versus Isaac.
Isaac Vitruski.
And we see how fast these kids are drawn. Look at that. Okay, no basics for Isaac.
Yeah, it
Go
looks like
back
big
in.
basics again.
And you'll see
From
some
Isaac.
different cards with the juniors. Like we haven't
Yeah.
seen Enhanced Hammer yet all day, and it looks like Frank is holding an Enhanced Hammer.
Yeah, the junior metagame could be completely different as well. You never know. Looks like doesn't really offer Frank cut the deck, but in juniors, it's okay.
We did see over in seniors Klinklang versus Big Basics.
Yep, and I think this is a big basics mirror match, it looks like. Frank plays the Enhanced Hammer, which could be huge, actually, if to get rid of DCEs off of Bouffalants and Tornaduses, but
And let's see, Isaac's deck disappeared. A judge may actually be shuffling the deck, and
yes.
that is not uncommon in the junior division.
Can we switch over to the Masters, or? Oh, okay. Still setting up. Okay.
Okay, so Isaac is waiting for a judge to shuffle his deck.
Yep. Sometimes the junior players, they're so young, they can't really shuffle their decks well.
And I believe the official rule is when a judge shuffles the deck,
Yep.
neither player cuts it.
Yes, and you can actually ask for a judge shuffle. I did that at regionals a couple times. The judge shuffles the deck, can't cut it afterwards. Just helps smooth things along.
All right, so Isaac has yet again another mulligan. Okay, so it looks like we're invoking. This rule is not very common. It's a judge
Is it-
ball,
The judge ball.
which means what, Ray?
The judge ball is where the judge reveals cards from the top of the player's decks till they hit a basic.
Yes.
Then they put the basic in the active position.
So
and
this is going to be totally randomized, this judge ball.
Yep.
And
The downside to a judge ball is that you cannot go first.
right,
He automatically has to go second.
right.
So that is unfortunate for Isaac.
So
I'm not
Isaac,
sure why they did a judge ball so early, though. That usually does not happen until he mulligans a bunch of times.
right.
So this is unusual.
Well, with the 30-minute time limit, they may want to get these kids started.
Yeah. And they could have been mulliganing for a lot longer as well, since we were watching the senior.
Right.
match.
Okay, so we have, two big basic decks.
Yep. But Frank plays Tornadus. We don't know if Isaac does, but that could be a big advantage for Frank, since Tornadus is resistant to Landorus. That Landorus is not going to be doing much work here.
Nope, Isaac's best bet is to get his Verbank lasers to pile
Yep.
up the damage.
Which he has in his hand. And he has a computer search.
Oh, and he's going first, so I'm not quite sure about that.
Oh.
But we'll have to get an
Whoa.
official rule on that. So he's computer searching. What will he discard?
It's also the junior, so then maybe they do like a different type of ruling.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen.
Okay, so he gets rid of a laser and an energy.
Okay. So the Masters already. So we're gonna switch over to the Masters now.
Okay.
Okay. Dylan's on the left, and Tim is on the right. tell by Dylan's medical alert bracelet.
And again, we have Big Basics versus Clink Clank. So as these rounds get further and further, we're going to be seeing more of these Big Basic decks. It's really strong in this current format.
Yep. And Tim is playing the 3 retreat Clink Lang, so he's opting for the heavy ball, or Clink, so he's opting for the heavy ballable search.
And I think Dylan's trying to figure out a way if he's able to KO this Clink right off the bat.
The best bet, obviously, Tornadus. I'm pretty sure. He played it at States, so he probably is playing it today. But I actually know Dylan, he told me he played a Victini tech, so we could see that come into play here as well, which it would be huge. He might have actually taken out the Tornadus for it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just...
So he's ditching 4 Ultra Ball, and Eviolite, and Skyla.
Yeah. If you place Tornadus, we're probably going to see it here. Yep, he plays Scramble Switch. Yep, I saw the Victini. Energy Switch. Yep. I did not see... Oh, I think I did see a Tornadus there. Full art one.
Or was that Landorus? Let's see.
It could have been Landorus, actually. Could be wrong.
And he does have the fighting energy in hand.
Okay, it was
so,
Landorus.
yep, he goes for full art Landorus.
I think I thought it was Tornadus because Landorus has the white head. Like, the top of his head looks white.
It's,
so
it's
it
like
could,
a cloud.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Will he switch? Yeah, he switches.
Yep.
Energy attachment.
Yep.
And he's going to go for it. He's hoping for a laser Verbank. And that will do the 60 on the Clink. So let's see.
And we saw that he actually does opt to play Verbank. Most Big Basic sets do play Verbank City Gem. Or all of them should, at least. It's the strongest combo that they have in their deck. All right, let's see if he gets it. Ooh,
there's the scramble switch.
No.
No.
Tim
and
has
we
actually
see
a
Tim
pretty
has
strong
a
hand.
second Clink coming out.
Tim, and he has an Ultra Ball if he wants to get a Cobalion. Did Dylan attack? Is there? Okay, there's there. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So we're probably going to see an Ultra Ball here.
Right.
For maybe another Clink, maybe a Cobalion.
He has the escape rope, so...
Yeah, he can just escape rope to... That could actually be a strong play. It forces Dylan to have a switch, too.
Right.
It's kind of like a catcher and a switch in one in the situation. I really like it a lot.
And unlike the Darkrai matchup, Big Basics will eventually run out of catchers and lasers.
Yes. This could be unfortunate if Tim was decided, okay, so he discards the N. He was questioning discarding the Juniper or the N.
Right.
And if he had discarded the Juniper, Dylan actually doesn't have a supporter in his hand. So that would have been really fortunate for Dylan, but unfortunately, Tim does discard the N, so he's just going to Juniper this turn. If Dylan falls behind, even with the Victini tech, I don't think it will help if you don't have a supporter. He could just get rolled by steel bullets.
Right. So he goes for the Cobalion EX full art.
Yep. Actually, what we could see next turn from Dylan is Scramble Switch, DCE.
Yep.
So even though he doesn't have a supporter... Does he have a regular switch? Oh, no, he doesn't.
Juniper.
That's unfortunate.
Okay. And we have the shift gear Clink Clang, it appears.
So that escape rope just did so much. Even though Tim doesn't know that, that was probably Dylan's best play next turn is a Scramble Switch and then Gold Breaker. But now he can't unless he gets a regular switch. Which I can't really tell what Dylan drew. It's reverse hollow, though. Dylan likes to try to foil out his decks if he can, but does not go out of his way to do it. I think that's an energy search. An old school one.
And Dylan is also a Worlds class player. I believe he won Worlds in
Yeah.
the senior division.
In 07? Yep, that's an old school energy search. I think it was 08, actually. 07 or 08 with Empoleon.
Yes. All right, and there's the
Yep.
fighting energy.
Yep. He's probably just going to attach this to... I'm actually not sure who he'll attach it to here. Either way... He could actually just bench a Landorus and attach to that too, but... yeah, he's going to catch her to try to stall there.
Yep. He's going to try and he'll take out the one Clink.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. That's probably the best play.
Okay, there's one Clink down, and we saw the shift gear Kling Clang was in hand, so it
Yeah.
wasn't plasma. And what I found out playing Kling Clang at States, I went for the pure lock. I was playing 4 plasma clangs because this was happening to me in playtesting. I'd get the shift gear when I needed the plasma clang. So if Tim can get the plasma clang here, which he has Skyla,
Yep.
and that's his best bet is to slow down Dylan's EXs right now.
I did really like Dylan's play, though, of knocking it, forcing Tim to have it.
Right.
That was a very strong play.
Okay, so there's the heavy ball, plasma clang. And we'll see if that DCE discard hurts now that...
I still think that was the best play he could have had because it forces Tim to have it, or he could actually just lose the game.
Right.
But luckily for Tim, he does have everything he needs.
And there's the switch, so the DCE was getting discarded anyways.
So here, this game is going to... I feel like it's going to be a long, grueling battle. Dylan has the Victini tech, so he does have hope. But we're going to see a lot of just Dylan not being able to attack due to the plasma clang being in play.
And I think this is going to come down to whoever's the most patient. If Dylan can get that Victini out, surprise Tim, he just needs to be patient with it.
Right here, I could actually see Dylan maybe playing Eviolite and just passing, because then in the next turn, he's going to scramble switch, attach the fighting energy to Bouffalant, and then Goldbreaker. He might not want to Juniper. If he Junipers, he gets rid of the scramble switch, which gets rid of that whole option.
Exactly.
And he attached to Landorus, so that indicates that that's just going to be his play.
Right.
Because if Tim wants to get rid of the Bouffalant, so if he attaches there, it could just be wasted. And he has the Ultra Ball in his hand, so I think this is probably the strongest play for Dylan, is just to attach there and pass.
Pass.
Yep. All right, so Tim... He might want to try to get the other Kling Clang out. He might want a Skyla for a supporter, though. Skyla for Juniper or Beach.
Or Beach.
But I'm not sure if Tim plays it. I remember Tim played this deck at Cities, but he did not have Beach. So, there's the Beach. He did manage to get a Beach. So that is very good for Tim. That's probably what he's going to get.
And even if the Bouffalant does get the first hit in, all Tim needs is one energy on Steel Bullet.
Yep.
All right, so he does get the Tropical Beach.
So that's unfortunate for Dylan, that the Steel Bullet is just going to wipe the floor with the Bouffalant. But if Dylan can manage to get an EXP share on a Bouffalant next turn, a Bouffalant and an EXP share down, then the next turn he can Goldbreaker again with another Bouffalant.
Right.
So that will be really strong if he can do that.
Well, he does have the Ultra Ball.
Yep, we're probably going to see Ultra Ball, Scramble Switch to Bouffalant. Ultra Ball for Bouffalant, Scramble Switch. And attach. Maybe attach. I don't know if he has the cards in his hand to do all that. Then Juniper. Okay. Yeah. I think those are the cards he was thinking he was definitely keeping.
Yeah, okay. Those are the two.
Landorus are not going to help him out very much here. Unless he managed to knock out the Plasma Clang, but I do not see that happening anytime soon. Yep.
Yep, there's the second Bouffalant.
So he's going to really, really hope to get an EXP share here. That's going to make or break. I think that's going to make or break this game.
Yeah, I think so.
Because if he whiffs the EXP share and cannot get the knockout on the Cobalion the next turn, all Tim needs is a catcher, and he gets rid of both the Bouffalant threats. Now Dylan only has Victini to get.
Well, he just put a Eviolite on the one.
Okay. So that signals that he might not play EXP share, which is unfortunate for Dylan.
He did pull a Victini.
Oh, wow.
The counter stadium.
So now this is forcing Tim to have a switch.
Toxic.
Whereas Cobalion's going to go down.
Which he does have escape rope.
Yep. Or 2 switches if he wants to kill the Bouffalant.
Right.
So Dylan's actually not that in. Dylan is not in that bad of a position. Tim already used an escape rope. Most Clink Clang decks play 5 switch effects, I would say. 5 to 6.
Yeah.
So forcing Tim to burn all those resources might be nice. Ooh.
All right, so those watching at home, the 2 Pokegym Professor die, those are 6. So Cobalion is at 150.
Yep. Heavy Ball is very nice top deck. Gets Heavy Ball for the Clink. Hopefully he can get the Shift Gear Clink Clang out soonish. If he had that in play this turn, that would be amazing.
That would have been amazing.
He could just switch and then attack, but now he has to worry about getting double switch.
All right, so it looks like Tim just dropped the full art non-EX Cobalion.
Yep. And Cobalion is pretty strong. It's kind of like a Mewtwo EX.
And there's the escape rope.
Yep. Energy Press does 20 plus 20 for each energy on the defending Pokemon, I believe. Yep, escape rope. That's interesting. I don't know if I like Dylan switching into the Bouffalant. I would have rather seen him switch into the Landorus because Bouffalant is how he's going to win this game.
Yeah.
And if if Tim just hits a switch, well, he can't, but if Tim had a switch and an attachment, he would just be able to kill the Bouffalant because Steel Bullet gets through Eviolite and Boofer. Does flat 100 damage.
Yes. All right, so let's see. Skyla.
I believe Tim... Did he bench that this turn? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully Tim realizes that. That'd be incredibly awkward if he didn't. Okay, so he does.
Yeah.
Just passes. All my rambling about Dylan switching into Bouffalant is irrelevant. So
And have you seen basic fire in Dylan's deck yet to power up that Victini?
I would assume he plays basic fire because he plays energy switch and he plays the energy search.
Yeah.
The search was the big thing that tips me off the fire, but he also plays Skyla. So Skyla with energy search is a good thing to have. Like turn 1 Skyla for energy search is always strong.
He may only play 1 fire energy, and that might be prized.
That would be very bad for him. I'm not sure how much I like the Victini deck in the big basics. It's not as easy as everybody would think to get 5 basics onto the bench.
Right.
Especially when Dylan already discarded like Landorus and stuff.
Okay, here
they
we
don't play
can
that
check
many.
now.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah,
see
I did
it.
not see any fire. Okay, so Dylan's trying to take off all those energies on the board, which will leave Tim with no energies.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, Dylan kind of outplayed me there. So putting the Bouffalant active is really good for him now.
So he can retreat.
Yes. So props to Dylan for that play.
And there goes the Cobalion. And most importantly, 2 energies are off the board.
Yep.
The Shift Gear Max Potion will be useless now next turn for Tim.
What I would have liked to see from Tim is to get a Cobalion EX into play somehow.
This is going to be an uphill battle now for Tim.
Yeah.
But he does have 2 Ironbreaker Cobalions out.
Actually, Cobalion wouldn't even be that good.
Here's
right
the
now.
shift gear. So it does limit Bouffalant's damage output now.
Yep.
Instead of hitting for 120 to the EX, he's only going to be hitting for 60.
Yep.
And Tim's contemplating a catcher.
Yep. I'm not sure what I would do here. I would probably catcher the Landorus, just because he's not going to be attacking this turn, I don't think, unless he plays Durant, and like he can get that out this turn.
Right.
He has the shift gear. He could shift gear to a Durant and do that, but yep. So he catchers the Landorus. I like that play.
And he plays Colress.
For 6 or 7.
And Victini for Dylan is a double-edged sword, because if he fills his bench up for Victini, Tim's Colress are going to get maximum
Yeah.
draw power.
Yep. So I think Tim is not really looking for anything specific right now, just a supporter for next turn and maybe a Cobalion EX to drop later on. Because he already had his attachment for the turn, right?
Right.
So he doesn't really need anything.
So it's heavy ball.
Maybe just get another Clank, thin out his deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Or bench it. That works too.
Right. Colress is a real strong supporter in these stage 2 decks that rely on heavy bench.
Yes. Unfortunately, all stage 2 decks right now are basically have to play beaches, which are probably around 150-ish, I would say.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
Okay, so
All right.
Dylan did have the switch.
Yep. Probably going to attach an energy to Boufflant if he has one. He's definitely thinking. He has some decisions to make. He might be contemplating whether he wants to drop down the Victini right now or not.
Right.
If he plays it too early and Tim can catcher it.
And here it
kill
is.
Yep, so he benches it anyways.
So there's the fighting on Bouffalant.
Yep. And Juniper.
Juniper.
Okay. So he was basically forced to bench it there since he had the Juniper that he was going to play.
Right.
So solid plays from Dylan all around. Actually, if Dylan top cuts here, he has his World's Invite. He's 50 points away, so this is a huge tournament for him.
Yeah.
He does not want to have to grind out battle roads if he can avoid it. For Tim is a local player from Connecticut, but he travels down to the New Hampshire area. I know he goes to college and around at like UNH or something like that. So we see him occasionally.
And Dylan is also local from New
Yeah.
Hampshire.
Yep. 15 minutes away from my house. We play test stuff. We're probably just going to see a Goldbreaker for 60. I don't even think Dylan has a catcher in his hand, so.
No.
Yep. All right. Tim draws a Colress.
Another Colress.
So is that 3 Colress so far? I think he's played at least 2.
Or he may N. He's going to go for the N.
Yep.
Solid play. You know, Dylan will now draw 3.
I like it. Tim's still drawing 6. I'll tell him really, really wants just energies right now. Yeah, now that I see how much the Kling Klang decks really want to have an energy attachment every single turn,
Yeah.
might be a good idea to play 12 like you did during States.
And as long as he can get this Iron Breaker, there's
Okay.
the energy. Okay.
Yep. I don't think I would want to Iron Breaker or to attack with the active because 60 damage, that will knock him out, and then he'll lose 2 more energies.
He did have the max potion.
Okay, so that's fine
so,
then.
yeah.
Yep.
shift gear. So he's able to move as many metal energies per turn around.
To his Pokemon.
And he chooses to attack energy press.
So it does 60.
Yeah.
Yep.
Minus the boofer on Bouffalant.
No. It does 60 for the 3 energies plus the 20 it already has for the base damage. So it does 60. 80 minus 20, 60.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so Dylan plays an energy switch. Yep. Max Potion, Juniper.
Again, he's maximizing his hand before he's ditching it. And there's another Hypnotoxic Laser.
Mm-hmm. That energy switch could have actually been dangerous to play if he had whiffed in energy. He would not have an attack for the turn.
Right.
'Cause what's going to happen here is he's probably just going to attach in Gold Breaker. Or he could... I don't think he has a switch. I don't think he wants to discard the energies if he doesn't have a switch. He has a Hypnotoxic Laser. So he's going to be doing 90, forcing Tim to have to switch. Or the Cobalion will be knocked out going into Dylan's turn.
And if he had that fire energy for the Victini, he does have a full bench this turn.
Yep. But I don't think he got that out of his prizes yet. So that could be super relevant if he gets the fire off of his prizes.
Right.
He could just win right there.
So he may want to catch or clink to draw a prize. And he does.
Yes.
So Dylan is looking for the fire. Does he pull it?
Yes.
Yes, he pulled it.
Wow. All right. Dylan ripping the fire off his prizes like a baller.
This could go downhill real quick for Tim.
Yes. All right. So Dylan's probably jumping in his seat, even though he has the monotoned attitude whenever he plays. But deep inside, I know he's jumping around. He's super excited.
Tim whiffs on the Ultra Ball. Nothing's really left that he needs.
Yeah. So this could be a very...
Goes for a Colress.
Ben Gardner, please report to the registration table. Ben Gardner to the registration table.
Very impressive play from Dylan so far. If Tim actually attacks here, and I think he will just lose. Because Victini, if Dylan can hit an energy switch, Victini will just destroy him. Oh, almost that.
Well, what's Victini's HP? 70?
Yeah. So 80 will knock it out.
So there's still...
didn't have a catcher, right?
I think he may have pulled Comp Search.
But he didn't have a catcher in his hand, right?
No.
Okay, good. If he had that catcher in his hand, that would have been huge.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if Dylan... Okay, he has a Tornadus in his hand, so he will be able to fill his bench up. So that won't be an issue.
Tails on the laser. So we have poison only.
So I'm not sure how many energy switches Dylan played, but I know he played the one.
Right.
So he might only have one left in his deck, 1 or 2 left. So I'm not sure if he'll actually be able to pull off the Victini this turn or not. If he does that, it'll be very strong. But he has a Bianca in his hand.
Right.
So what he could do is attach to Victini, play out his hand, and hope to draw the energy.
Switch.
But he also needs a regular switch. And if he does that, he only has 2 energies on the Bouffalant, so he can't attack for the turn.
Right.
So that fire in his hand is very awkward.
Yeah.
He could just attach GCE to Bouffalant and attack, but I don't know. He has some tough decisions to make.
And that's what he does. DCE, Bouffalant.
I'm not sure if he's going to Bianca here, because he might want to save it for next turn to Bianca for more. If he Biancas for 3 here and he doesn't hit anything, no supporter.
Yeah, I think he's going to attack.
So the clutch fire pull off the prizes was super strong, but it might not be relevant here.
So we have the switch.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of double. Yeah, that's
yeah.
single switch. Hopefully he doesn't play double switch. That would be awkward.
So that gets rid of the poison on the active. Shift gear,
Yep.
max potion.
Yep. And Tim is actually doing the correct actions, like he's moving the energies
Moving the-
before DM max potions.
Correct.
Some people call it, people on that, like. But here we're probably going to see a Iron Breaker, I believe it is.
No,
Oh,
he's
nope,
shift gear
energy
again,
press.
so he's energy pressing.
Yep.
So now he has
Actually, does
Tim
it do
has
more? I think
four
it-
energies in play. So
I think it does more damage than that. It does. It does 80, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
because
of
it does
DCs.
count the DCE.
So I think that's a mistake there.
Yeah.
I don't know how relevant it'll be. Hopefully.
Well, the Eviolite
Oh,
is on
okay.
Buffalant. So
That's
all
right.
So here's the fire, and see if Dylan uses his Bianca.
I think he will. He really needs to hit that energy switch.
Tim's still in good. He's got that Cobaline on the bench. No energy switch on there.
Nope. He whiffed. If Tim has a catcher here, this is not going to be good for Dylan.
No.
Because he's just going to Iron Breaker for 80, knock
Right.
out the Victini.
Well, there's a possible catcher, just top deck Skyla.
Oh, wow.
And I think we're going to see Dylan's Victini in the discard.
Yep. That is not good for Tim. Now, what could happen here, though? Tim's deck is really low. Not sure how many cards that is.
Dylan's counting right now. Looks
Yep.
like 6, maybe 6 or 7.
Okay, so what Dylan could do here as well is potentially keep switching between EXs until Tim decks
Decks out.
That's another strategy he has. 'Cause at this point, it's not looking too bright. I'm pretty sure Tim has another max potion. But,
Okay, so there goes the Victini tech.
yeah.
Dylan whiffing on the energy switch was huge.
Yeah, that was the game breaker. Like, that just really hurt him a lot. I'm just expecting to see a laser gold breaker here. Hope that Tim's Cobalion dies in between turns, going back to Dylan's turn.
Right.
And then I actually didn't see another non-EX attacker. So Dylan's strategy could be to hope that Cobalion has to get knocked out, going back into his turn, and that Tim does not have enough energies and resources left to take his final prizes.
Right.
Because Dylan will actually still be up on prizes after that Buffalant gets knocked out. So if the game goes down to time or decking, Dylan will win in that respect.
Yeah.
If Tim can't pull off enough attacks to win the game. So we could actually see Dylan slow down his play a little bit, take a breather,
Right.
think about a lot of things that are probably irrelevant, and just take his time.
All right, so he attaches fighting to the Tornadus.
Yeah, he has to make actions.
Masters, that is time. Masters.
Yeah, see,
Okay,
time
Masters
just got
is
called.
It's your turn. Go to 3-turn sequence.
Yep. That's exactly what I thought would happen.
Okay, so we have prize count right now. Dylan, 2 prizes left with Tim's 4.
So I think Dylan just wins. I don't think there's any way for Tim to win now.
No.
So Dylan played this very well. You could actually see him sort of slow down his pace of play a little bit.
A little bit. Not much.
Not much. He played a pretty good pace the whole game. He wasn't stalling or anything.
No, I wouldn't say so.
I'm pretty sure he just has this game locked down. I think what he should do here is just retreat. Possibly. Actually, no. I would keep the Buffalant active.
And
Yeah.
yeah, just keep the pressure up with the damage.
No. Keep the Buffalant active because Tim has 2 turns. He needs to have 2 catchers
Right.
because taking that 1 prize in the Buffalant is irrelevant because then Tim will go down to 3. He needs to get down to 2. Tim needs to knock out Niag. If Dylan switches to an EX, that'd actually be really bad.
Right.
So
All right, so
Dylan
Dylan's
just wants
going
to keep
for
that
a
active.
Colress.
Master player.
Yeah.
Lalia.
Tim is he's not new to the game, but he doesn't play it that much. So I
Yeah.
think like with Dylan's hand movements, he was just explaining the turns.
Right.
Yeah, Dylan's turn 0.
Yep.
So Dylan will play 0, 1, 2, 3. It'll end on Tim's turn. Tim has
Right.
2 more turns to win the game. So he needs to have 2 catchers on an EX. So if Tim whiffs at catcher here, I think he actually already played one as well. He played one to knock out the Victini. I don't know if he played one earlier, but I don't think Clink Clang decks play 4 catchers.
I was able to fit 4 catchers, but Dylan is now going for another prize. So
Okay, so that
this here is really grim for Tim.
so Tim actually can't win the game now. I didn't realize Dylan had another catcher left.
I mean, Tim may go for the shift gear Cling Clang and try for 2 heads here, and I think that's what he's doing.
But is that relevant? Because 2 heads only does 160. That does not knock out an EX. He needs
Right.
to knock out 2 EXs.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, he can't knock out an EX in 1 attack.
Not
So
with the
there's
current
no
game
way.
state. No.
There's no way he can win.
Well, Dylan's just making sure.
Yep. So I think this game is over. But we're going to play it out. Dylan just passes his turn. He might do some stuff, but it's all irrelevant. I would not really... Yeah. So we're just going to see Dylan go through the motions.
Yeah.
He might end.
He might end.
If
get
he
some
thinks
of
there's
those
any
cards
way,
out.
but
right.
there's not.
So he passes. Tim draws.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So I think Tim realizes,
Tim
it
realizes
at this point.
it.
By their
That he can't do anything.
yeah, their hand language kind of says it all.
Right.
And Tim, maybe he doesn't realize it.
All right. He's just going for the flip attack. Heads.
160
160.
doesn't matter though. Dylan draws.
Dylan draws, and that's game.
passes. Yep.
So
Okay.
Dylan wins.
Tim still got the double heads, going out with style.
Now, I've seen some Cling Clang lists still playing Hypnotoxic Laser. Now, that would have made a difference.
There's no Verbank in play. I guess if he had double heads on a and a
No,
catcher to hit the tornadoes.
Didn't Dylan have Verbank?
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, Dylan had
Okay.
Verbank. So that would have been his only way out, but
Yeah.